if you've listened to the show regularly, you understand that I'm not a very big fan of Wayne Allyn Kook, also known as Wayne Allyn Root. He's a local radio guy.
A putz.
Exactly. That's actually Wayne Allyn Root calling me a putz on the radio. He got angry at me for calling him out for some of the things that he said on Twitter that I called him out on.
I think he's not just local, he's part of Newsmax as well.
Whatever. I don't know what the part. Anyway, he's an extremist. He lies on the air. He says things that are not true on social media. Basically, what I'm trying to say is he's a fraud. He's just not a good dude. Let me give you, now, he's said some very controversial things in his career, but what I'm about to tell you might be most ridiculous, controversial, and a lie of all the things he said. But let me give you a little bit of background on this nut job. He helped once push a hoax about a made-up Puerto Rican trucker strike to absolve Trump of blame over the administration's lackluster response to Hurricane Maria. He once compared taxation to being robbed at gunpoint. He said that when he's called old, it's like calling a black person the N-word. He also blamed the October 1 shooting on Muslims, never apologized for it. In fact, when he came on this show and I called him out on it, he blamed it on some of his law enforcement friends that told him. He also blamed a June 2017 terror attack in London on the UK because of letting in too many Muslim immigrants. That's what he said. He also pushed an investment scam that was advertised on Fox News website. Oh, yeah, he also recently just received a cease and desist letter from the Attorney General of New York for pushing products that he claimed cured the coronavirus. He promoted a conspiracy theory that Obama blackmailed Chief Justice John Roberts. He pushed the right-wing conspiracy theory that the Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich was murdered by high-ranking Democrat officials. He blamed liberals for the death of former Fox News host Eric Bolling's son. He championed Trump's racist birther movement about Obama. He said special counsel Robert Mueller was investigating Trump and Russia because he had penis envy. He once alleged that both Obama and Hillary Clinton had gay relationships. Listen, folks, I could go on and on here. The list is on and on about the nutty things that this guy has said over the course of his pathetic career. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic. It's pretty bad. Some people will do anything for attention. Well, I want you to listen to this.
He's definitely a bit of a shock jock. I mean, you can't deny that.
Howard Stern is a shock jock. Yeah. Wayne Allyn Root is a no-talent ass buffoon. There are differences, okay?
We'll call it a political shock jock.
A political buffoon. A liar, a fraud. So anyway, I'm going to read you now, word for word. I'm not taking anything out of context. Wayne Allyn Root's tweet on October 18th. Breaking news. My sources, as high up as it gets, watched videos on Hunter's laptops today. Just told me point blank, no rumor, they saw Hunter raping and torturing little Chinese children. Chinese government has the same videos. Biden is compromised, blackmailed, can never be president. That is a tweet from Wayne Allyn Kook.
A putz.
He is saying that Hunter Biden is a rapist, and he has raped and tortured little Chinese children. Folks, let me be very clear. This is not true. This is a lie. Wayne Allyn Root should never be allowed to be on the radio. I don't care how much money he's paying to be on the radio. I don't care if they're charging him $10,000 an hour. I don't care what the situation is. For him to go on social media with zero evidence, because make no mistake about it, folks, if this was true, Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump, anybody in the Donald Trump administration would have put this out a very long time ago, the second they had their hands on this.
Knock, knock, FBI.
Exactly. That's exactly what Donald Trump would have done.
He's still tweeting. He just made one 2 minutes ago. I just verified again, spoke to high-level source.
High-level source,
who watched Hunter's laptop. Thousands of filthy, disgusting, disgraceful images and videos of Hunter having sex with young gals. Quote-unquote sickening, he said. But obviously, while all looked young and many looked underage, no ages stamped on faces. My question is, why didn't Rudy and William
because
Barr
it's not true,
and
JD.
whoever else that has seen this laptop? Why was this not the first thing they said?
So two things, JD, of what you just read. Two things. First of all,
how would Wayne Allyn Root have access to something that they don't have access to?
He doesn't. He's a liar. So, JD, two things on what you just said. First of all, did you hear what he said there at the end? He's taking a lot of flack on social media, and I'm sure he's been threatened.
Yeah, he stepped back a little bit.
Because he said in a tweet, raping and torturing little Chinese children. Now, gals is different than little Chinese children, number one. Number two, he's calling Hunter Biden a rapist. If there's a video of Hunter Biden having sex with a woman, that is not rape, and that is not a little Chinese children. First of all, I hope he gets sued for this. I hope he loses every job he has because he is a horrible human being for putting this out there because it's not true.
And he said this 3 hours ago. My sources who actually watch videos.
My sources. He's got no sources.
And images of Hunter Biden's laptop said it was horrifying.
Yeah.
Obviously, any sex with prepubescent girls is automatically rape, and any abuse of little girls is automatically torture. Both of those in quotes. This is disgraceful and easy for China to blackmail Joe.
I've also heard rumors that a couple of Wayne Allyn Cook's ex-wives has said he's horrifying when he takes off all his clothes. That's allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what my sources told me. Give me a break. This guy has no sources. He is a complete moron. He's got 3 listeners in Las Vegas, and he's trying to make a name for himself. That's what he's doing.
If he does have sources, how could those sources have access to what Rudy Giuliani doesn't have access to?
I mean, it's unbelievable.
And that's the question that everyone that hears this should be asking themselves. And making an accusation like this that Hunter Biden is I mean, I've heard anywhere that Hunter Biden was paid X amount of dollars.
Well, hearing something doesn't mean it's true.
I agree, and this money is being held above his head.
Can I read something else?
In return for that, he had to torture and rape little children.
Let me read
making an accusation like that. It should cost you your career if it isn't true.
I'm glad we agree.
I 1,000% agree with that statement.
Because
that's totally
JD,
over the top.
I have more.
Do I think that Hunter Biden did sell access to his father while he was vice president of the United States and make money off it?
Completely different. Completely different. But
that's still a very, very big
JD,
deal, and is still very compromising
we're gonna get to that,
for the
JD.
United States.
Well, we can get to that later, but we're talking about Wayne Allyn Root right now. And by the way, he's not done with the tweets. He also said to think women once shocked by real Donald Trump's Access Hollywood tape compared to Joe Biden's son raping and torturing little prepubescent Chinese girls. Trump tape now seems rather tame. Wayne Allyn Root is a liar. That's exactly what he is. He also went on to say, can't you just picture Joe Biden's response to thousands of photos and videos of his son Hunter having sex and torturing little Chinese girls? Joe will say, I'm sorry, I don't remember. And Hunter's response, everyone does it. It's no big deal. He also went on to say, how depraved is Hunter Biden? You know that stripper he got pregnant? She's embarrassed she had sex with this pervert. Is Hunter about to go down in history as the most high-profile pedophile in history of U.S. politics? The pedophile who took down a presidential campaign. He also went on to say the billion-dollar question is, are there scenes of Hunter Biden having sex with young Chinese girls on laptop? Is Hunter a pedophile? Did Joe know this is a cover-up? That's what I hear was on the laptop. Deeply disgusting and disturbing videos. Just asking 100% legitimate questions. No, he's not. He's not asking 100% legitimate questions. He just said on his Twitter page, they saw Hunter raping and torturing little Chinese children. This man should lose every job he's ever had. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody on the right wants to talk about the slandering of the president of the United States. What do you think about this local radio idiot, Wayne Allyn Cook, alleging that Hunter Biden is a rapist and he's raping and torturing little Chinese children?